News anchor RBT back in the flesh, as in this video we go over everything new Madden 21 on the next-gen consoles, Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. EA Sports finally dropped their big update on what's going to be in next-gen Madden 21 that's not in Madden 21 on the current console. So today we find out whether or not next-gen Madden is going to be a stinker or not.
Eat corn and get RBT to 1 million subscribers by Christmas. Eat your corn. Love your corn. But you need to get RBT to 1 million subscribers by Christmas.
Now really quick guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, because if and only if we do hit 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, we're doing a massive next gen console giveaway to my subscribers and subscribers only. That's if and only if we do hit that 1 million subscription mark by the end of the year, so make sure to take that millisecond that it does take to click that subscription button if you haven't, so you have a chance to get a free next gen console to play next gen Madden 21. Now first thing that we do need to do is a trailer reaction. With next gen stats, feel game day like never before. The next generation of Madden 21 drops on 12/4. So if you have next gen right now, it's not the same thing. So like you have to wait until 12/4 to play the next gen Madden 21, if that makes sense. Not like the back compatible one. But anyways, let's just see what the heck this is. Like it says, next gen player movement utilizes next gen stats leveraging real athlete data from thousands of NFL players fed into the Madden animation engine to create fluid athletic player movement. Like, is that the... I hope that's not the only thing we get, dog. Alright, so far, it just looks like the same game with some snow, and the crowd looks a little bit better.
Welcome to the most realistic NFL simulation ever. It begins with next-gen player movement powered by NFL next-gen stats. RFID tags and NFL player shoulder pads chart their every move within inches. And this information now drives all animation in Madden, delivering unique acceleration rates, directional changes, and movement for all players on the field. You'll feel the explosion of Michael Thomas in and out of his breaks, the elite acceleration and blow-by ability of Henry Ruggs, and the raw athleticism of Dalvin Cook, feeling dangerous on every touch. Defensively, players will move and position themselves based on their next-gen stats data. Elite defenders will react authentically to make plays on the ball and take unique angles when chasing down ball carriers.
Like, so far, it just looks like the rain looks more realistic, and we still see the same animations. It's just the same animations the whole entire video that we've seen in every Madden for like the past 2-3 years. So far, it's been a little disappointing. Actually, very disappointing.
Next-gen player movement delivers realistic and smooth simulation gameplay based on actual NFL player data. Thanks to next-gen stats, you can only experience this in Madden. Throughout each game, key moments trigger next-gen stats replays, giving you an analytical breakdown of the play. Over 15 specific data points tracked.
Now that is pretty cool. Like that actually is pretty neat. Like the stuff you see in real life. So far, like this is a cool little dub. Like nothing groundbreaking, but like stuff like this should be in the game in 2020. You know.
Every down give you the information you need to make strategic decisions and optimize your gameplay. To help create these highlight moments, play calling is now more intuitive and accessible. You can easily call plays to get the ball in the hands of your star players.
So the play calling screen is completely different. So you have formation, concept, play type, personnel, favorites, recent plays.
You can save your favorite plays to find quickly when the perfect moment arises. The next generation of Madden is here, and it's never felt so real. Feel game day in Madden NFL.
Dog! We get
21.
statistics, new statistics during the game. We get freaking rain. And we get
Gen
the
player
play calling
accessible.
screen. Is that really it? We waited for a whole new generation of consoles for rain? No. Hold on. We gotta click on these Gridiron notes, because that can't be it. That can't be it. Oh my god, there's not a lot. Like, dog, they waited this long? Bro, They waited to drop this until after the next generation of consoles came out, dog. It's like 2 weeks or a week or so after next-gen consoles released, and we're just now getting information on the game that comes a month after the next generation consoles release, and we get rain? Oh, there's got to be more. There's got to be more. So we're going to read this. We're going to read this before I make any final decisions. So, like, the screenshots do look a little bit crisper, but I do say NBA 2K, their jump from current-gen consoles to next-gen consoles, the graphics look so much better there. So, let's see. What is next-gen stats? NFL player tracking, also known as next-gen stats, is the capture of real-time location data, speed, and acceleration for every player on every inch of the field. Sensors throughout the stadium's track the something tags placed on players' shoulder pads, charting individual movement within inches in every NFL stadium. That screenshot to it does actually look pretty sick. So next-gen stats equals next-gen player movement. Leveraging the power of NFL next-gen stats, next-gen player movement is fueled by real athlete data, route paths, and acceleration rates, allowing the next generation of Madden NFL to deliver the most realistic, authentic, and fluid player movement in franchise history. Feel the most elite NFL athletes at every position move on the virtual field like they do in the real world. The thing is, yeah, that should be a thing. Because the player movement in Madden's so bad. They all run like freaking robots. Like there's something stuck 5 foot up their freaking bum hole. Now, like, obviously, this is something that should be a thing. And we're glad they, like, the player movement's more realistic. But, like, this can't be the only thing, dog. Like, what do you do all day? Expanding on the player archetypes introduced in Madden 21 on the current gen, we've added more animation content. Oh, great, more animations. And nuance to each unique archetype and the next generation tech, so they will move and feel even more differently on the sticks. For example, a big bruising ball carrier will run with a heavier weight and produce more tackle outcomes where he gains extra yards, while a small agile ball carrier will change direction efficiently and avoid tackles rather than power through them. Like, wasn't that supposed to be what we got in Madden 21 current gen? Like, didn't they like have stuff like this in the Gridiron notes before Madden 21 came out in general? And, like, it took a whole new generation of consoles for it? Like, this sounds exactly like what we got leading up to Madden 21. Unique player movement per archetype, with each captured across multiple body types. So you just see all the ball, like, carrier, route runner, and pass block stuff archetypes, which apparently changes the way your player moves, which should have always been a thing. Next-gen stats and route running. With next-gen stat innovation, route running in Madden NFL 21 has been completely overhauled. Receivers will run actual log routes by next-gen stats, real NFL game data. In addition to speed and acceleration rates, our animation engine is leveraging player-specific route paths from next-gen stats for individual receivers. For example, the path that Packers receiver Devontae Adams takes on deep crossing routes on a Sunday afternoon will be the same deep crossing routes reflected by Adams in Madden NFL gameplay. So, like, that is something, the result is natural feeling, fluid routes with more rounded turns, athletic nuance, and player differentiation. Like, that's a good thing, because one of the problems in Madden now is, like, every player feels exactly the same. Like, yeah, their ratings might be different, but, like, that's why I feel bad for Ultimate Team YouTubers, because when a new card drops, it's like they're the same player. As long as they, like, reach a rating threshold, it's the same exact player. There's no difference. They all feel exactly the same, even with abilities, because they just still feel the goddamn same. Like, goddamn Dak Prescott feels exactly the same as, like, a Patrick Mahomes. It's just, they look and feel exactly the same. So hopefully that changes that. Then before, on previous gen, our receivers ran from one specific point to another specific point at top speed all the time and made very similar cuts and very little difference between unique players. Obviously, yes, that's the freaking case. After, on next gen, player ratings and archetypes will heavily impact the quality and speed of each route, and they will be run as an entire route from start to finish rather than each individual portion of a route on previous gen. Oh lord, next gen stat and defense. The movement doesn't just benefit the offense. We also analyze the next gen stats data for defensive players in terms of speed, facing direction, and acceleration. This data has allowed our animation engine to provide the appropriate content to make defenders who are backpedaling and strafing much more natural looking and athletic. Yeah, it looks like said something fucking stuck up their bum hole. In coverage, players will react and break on plays more consistently and predictably. And next-gen stats also brought improvements to AI pursuit, so that when AI-controlled defenders are pursuing a ball here, they will now get in better position to make a play or be in better position for a timely click on for the user to make the play. So, like, this is all good, I guess, but still, dog, like, there's gotta be more. Lastly, but just as important for the defensive side of the ball, was next level tech for tackling. We built a new tackling prediction and anticipation technology we call Rally. With Rally, not only will you be able to start tackle interactions easier, but you'll see more variety in tackles, improved visual quality in terms of tackle prep and anticipation, and more authentic interactions during impact moments. So then we get the next gen powered replays that we saw earlier. So that's neat. Like, you can see like different stats throughout the game, which is really cool. The data is used to create these new and dynamic replays to highlight the biggest plays by the best players in the game, all shown through the lens of next-gen stats, just like you would commonly see on any NFL broadcast in today's NFL. So, yeah, I guess that it. So next time you flatten a left tackle and sack the quarterback in under 2 seconds, put up a couple of defenders on skates for a 40-yard run, or rocket the ball 60 yards downfield for a game-winning touchdown, you'll get the recognition you deserve, and it'll all be backed by hard data. So, primary next-gen stats replay triggers. So, these are like the stats you're going to see pop up for the replays, and you get some secondary ones. And then the next-gen play calling, which I think looks pretty neat. To provide a solid foundation for player movement system, we've also made a significant update to our play calling system, giving players more control to call the best plays for the right players on every down via by player play calling. And you can now keep all of your preferred plays on speed dial with a new favorite play marker and playbook tab, which provides an intuitive way to save your favorites and easily find them later. An easily accessible go-to play feature is something our fans have requested for a long time. We're excited to deliver on it next gen. Additional gameplay improvements. Oh gosh, some other gameplay stuff, because like at the end of the day, gameplay has just been so bad. So pass lead. Next gen stats and player movement open up the ability to lead receivers on deep routes more effectively. Run game. Easier to read running lanes and find those satisfying cutback lanes. So great. Running is going to be more OP already. QB movement. Movement in and out of the pocket smooth and athletic. You'll feel the differentiation and movement all over the field when comparing pocket passers to mobile quarterbacks, which should be the case. Head tracking. Head movement is more realistic for receivers when running routes and for ball carriers in terms of when they're looking or where they're looking, making them look more aware of on-field action. Tackling. Already talked about the new tackling. Improved pass rush timing. With the passing game moving at a more realistic speed, the pass rush has a more of an impact relative to the timing relationship between the QB dropback, the depth of the route, and the speed of the incoming pass rushers. And blazing fast loading speeds. So the loading speeds for everything is going to be so much faster. But that's it. Like, I guess this is cool. But when you put into consideration, like, NBA 2K was a completely different game, and we got rain and players looking more realistic when they're running. That's it. No new features. Oh my god, like, I think this is a stinker. If this is it, like, you let me know what you think in the comment section below. But dog, this is a stinker.